Talk to me. Hi, and welcome to Sandy's Numerology. Sorry, we had a little technical issue. Hi, and welcome to Sandy's Numerology, my first live session. Sorry, we had a little technical issue being the first show. And today I'm going to be concentrating on relationship questions. Relationships are probably one of our most interesting aspects in our life. So if you are wanting to get yourself a small mini little reading, you can click on the stickers in the chat box there, and you can purchase a super sticker or super chat, and your name will go to the top of the super chat, and then you're guaranteed a live little reading from me. But let's look at relationships. Relationships, there's a variety of relationships. We have relationships on the work front, on the friend front. We go to relationships with our family and our siblings, our friends, and then we go to, if we're married or in a relationship and on an intimate level, we have that aspect, which is quite intense. And then we also have relationships with our children. So the interesting thing is, what people don't realize is, when you start to do your family tree, do you start to see numerically how everybody is interlinked? And the chain is very, very seldom broken in a family, because we marry who it is that we know. So if I take out the physical body of a person and just look at the numeric value of their names and their date of birth, you'll find that it is one of your parental figures in your formative years, or even up to the age of 17, 18. So when you get a parent who doesn't like your partner, then you must know that they have the same numbers. Or we have in-laws, and then I often call them outlaws. We also have that conflict there, because your partner will marry you, but it's one of their parents' dates of birth. But I'd like to say hello to everybody, to Bradley and Mimi and Suke and Katlejo and Nelly, Koketso, gosh, Simpiwe, Marta, Kachlalelo, Koketse, wow. So Marta is born on the 25th of August, 1977. What is your question, Marta? Okay, I'm just going to jump in that your birthday is coming up, and you've been in your life path year, and life path is very flat, low, and long, and your birthday is coming up on the 25th of August, and you're going into a year of watching on the home front. Everything about relationships has also got a monetary thing, is that you need to consolidate on your personal front, as well as you've got to concentrate on the boundaries regarding your relationship. It's all about structures. It's all about honesty. It's all about dealing with the facts. So, Marta, I don't know that you are in a relationship. I would like to know about my feet and healing. It's been long now. Your feet and healing. Wow. So feet, just psychosomatically, your feet is really about you going forward, and you have a fear of going forward. You've also your 3 life path is aligned. You've got double hidden sixes, which is also about what makes your body tick. Your 8 is about your joints. You're being born on the 25th adds to a 7, which is about your freedom of movement. So you're going into a 4 personal, which is about your lack of freedom of movement. But there seems that there could be some kind of operation or physiotherapy that is required over the next 2 years. Katlego Malema is born on the 3rd of the 6th, 1985. Very artistic and very creative. You've got a 5 life path. Kagalelelo, sorry, Malema. You're in a year that is also about watching your structures around the home front, the masculine energy within your environment, and the rules and regulations regarding your boundaries with relationships. Okay. Koketso, I'm trying to find, Koketso, you're born on the 30th of October. Funny enough, you are a boundary person. You've got a 6 life path, and your birthday is still coming up. So what is interesting, there's been very big moves on your home front, but with COVID and lockdown, you've not had your freedom of movement. But what is interesting, as we get to your birthday, you're going into an 8 personal year. There's good opportunity of contracts and deals. So I feel that there's been a bit of a loss of money on your personal front. But you're now going into a year of contracts and deals. Put your CV out in the marketplace. There's offers. There's even payouts coming for you, and you need to watch some legal issues. So be attentive to legal documentation. And communication is your key. You must learn to speak from your heart. Annalisa Onwaba Fontaine, born on the 16th of August, 1998. Annalisa, there's one of your biggest issues is about your procrastination and pessimism. Everything about you and relationships is connection. If you don't connect, you don't bother. You're not in a bad year on the sense of relationships. You're kind of coasting along. And this is your year from the 6th of August all the way to 2021. And it's kind of like thinking, and am I in the right space? And is this what I want? And as you get your birthday next year, from a relationship perspective, it's starting to get you to question who I want and what kind of a person I want in my life. Career, you've had a very difficult year. You've been part of the difficulties, lots of mismanagement going on around the workspace, but things are going to start connecting now from next year in your birthday. So your career from next year is a takeoff. This year is a lot of power games and a lot of difficulties. Don't get into the arguments at the office. Be very careful there, and be careful who you trust on the work front, and don't think you have friends at work. Not for the next year. Mimi, you're born on the 19th of August, 1980. Let's see here. So Mimi, you've just had your birthday, so happy birthday for that. And it's interesting, today being the 22nd, I'm attracting a lot of people who are in a 4-year. So Mimi, you need to start consolidating on a monetary perspective around the home front. There's a lot of restructuring going on and around the work front. So there's an opportunity of position changes by February of next year. Be attentive to your paperwork, be attentive to details, be attentive to following up in writing and making sure that you keep a system of all of your work that you do and any emails or letters that you sign up. Okay, so Daphne. Oh, my super chat, Daphne. Okay, so Daphne, you're born on the 5th of the 3rd, 1991. You've got a one life path like me. Right, so Daphne, wow. Love and career. So, right, so there's been delays around you on the career front. Your CV should be out in the marketplace all the way through to May of 2021. And keep putting your CV out. You should get 2 or 3 offers. It's not about taking the offers at all. It's about seeing where you are and what they're offering and weighing out what is on offer. On the home front, now that we lifted to level number 2, you're going into a year of social, engaging with people, having fun with people. And if you're not in a relationship, this is your year to be meeting, that by the time you get to March in 2021, there seems as if there is somebody coming into your life where you're going to start to consolidate your life. Suki Piwa, okay. Suki Piwa is born on the 25th of July, 1984. Wow. So, Suki, you are in your life path 6 year. And let me just calculate this. So you are 36 years of 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You're 36 years of age. Just watch yourself on the personal front. First of all, you're in the year of a pregnancy. You're in the year of speaking from your heart. Don't shut yourself down and then speak later, because when you speak later, you're going to overreact. This is about family and responsibility. And are you taking on too many responsibilities in your personal space regarding family and friends? Be very careful there. I see you're a high academic. You've got masters and PhD, and that in 2 years' time, something's happening on the certification or application, and that'll be when you're 38. By the way, also, Suki, there's twins in your family down the side of your family, aunts, uncles, cousins, but you are a twin gene carrier. And your career from next year, April, is just absolutely awesome, just fabulous. And then we've got Danki's Mapote. Sorry, I'm just going to go to Lynette first. Lynette, you're born on the 16th of May, 1958. An 8 life path. So Lynette, just a caution on your medical. It says you don't go to doctors when you should. You go to doctors when it's too late. Stop self-medicating. You're going into your health year from May of 2021, so be very, very careful. And currently in your 2020 to 2021, there is restriction on the home front. But now that we've had lockdown lift to level 2, you've got a lot more freedom. There's a move that needs to take place. Is it a move in your life, a move from a physical move, or is it a move in the sense of movement and a vehicle? Or are you looking at the direction that you're going in your life? You've got the opportunity of your own business or a new aspect in business coming up, and that will be in 2022 to 2023. Okay, so I'm just going to go to an example. I wanted to look at our president, Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa, and his relationship with Tsepo Motsepe. Cyril, born on the 17th of November, 1952. He's currently in a double 4 year. So let's talk about relationship. There's a lot of restriction that he's feeling on the home front. Age-wise, terrible restriction. It's kind of he's locked in a box, and he it's like he needs to be in control, but on one hand he is in control and behind the scenes, but we're not seeing this. So everything is behind the scenes regarding him. His wife was born on the 17th of June 1953. There's a lot of difficulties coming up in the Ramaphosa household. Relationships, money, honesty, dishonesty, discovery and disclosure. So some things are going to go public, and I'm going to do a program on the Ramaphosa family, so look out for that. Dankis Mapote. Okay, Dankis Mapote, born on the 25th of May, 1982. So Dankis, please hear me on this. You've got quadruple fives, and your quadruple fives is your academic, your marketing, your sales, your management, training abilities, working in environments of government, governing, or industries that have governing bodies like banking, etc. Right, let's see here. You're in your age currently adds to an 11, which is all about application, CV out in the marketplace, contracts, deals, and tenders. Kind of everything's a bit unsettled on the work and the career front, and that will just keep your applications for whatever you're applying for from a legal perspective, even if it is from a study perspective, keep that active, and you'll see everything start to fall into place from March to April, May, June, July, and August of 2021. Big move and shift on the home front. You're feeling the sense of freedom that we are having now that we've got our lockdown lifted to level 2. But you need to be starting to save. People want to be wealthy. You can only be wealthy if you are saving and if you are investing correctly. And I will do a program on your finances and income, own business, which we probably will do in the next week or 2. So Danke, please get into your artistic and creative. You're very engaging with people. And don't forget to be filling in forms, application, whether it's studies, job, and or contracts and tenders. Now, Josie, hi, Josie, you there? Got you. Josie Kodise, born on the 14th of September, 1983. All right, so Josie, independent, own business, property is in your numbers. What is important is you've also got a fabulous academic side, whether you're educating, teaching. You've got an 8 life path, which is coaching. Let's see here. You've come out of your life path, or you're coming out of your life path now in September. So you've been in a healthier, I hope you never got COVID, and I hope that you're looking after your health, especially around your back area. And then from your birthday, you're going to start to shift. Josie, your career is so opportune at the moment. Your money is opportune. I would, little hint, play the lotto. Don't go overboard. There's an opportunity of money's coming to you. But you spend too much time thinking, procrastinating. You need to start making a move. Maybe it's a side hustle, but career-wise, from September 2020 to 2021, and even 2022 and 2023 are just going to be fabulous. Josie, nice just to see that you have managed to get online. This is really, really good. Property, Josie, property, very good investment for you. I think on a relationship front, there are some difficulties because you're in a female body and you have a masculine number. So a lot of men are actually intimidated by you, but those are the men that are in masculine body with feminine numbers. So you really don't need to get into a relationship with a man who's not grounded, mature, and has his feet on the ground in his life. You need somebody maybe older than you, or the word is mature. For who? Oh, okay. Annalise Nwaba Fontaine lost her signal. So let me just get to, you're born on the 16th of August, 1998. 16th of August. Okay. So, Annalisa, you are in a personal year of kind of working out who am I, where am I, what am I doing, where am I going? And you've only just had your birthday. So give yourself 2 months and then 4 months before the word I becomes very dominant in your conversation of I'm starting my own business, or I want this kind of person in my life, or what I don't want in my life. Your age currently adds to a 4, which means there's a lot of restructuring happening. It started already in the past 6 months. There's more restructuring around the work front. So whether you are owning a business or you're working for somebody, attention to detail, the paperwork is so important. Make your follow through on the paperwork. There's difficulties coming up on the career from 2021 to 2022. Then you are out of it. 2023, 2020, 21, 2022. So 2022, August to 2023 is your time for your own business, but it's also your recognition time. So watch out for the difficulties on the career front. Relationships are from your birthday next year in 2021 to 2022, a little bit wobbly, not sure, undecided, make and break situations. And then you lift out of that in 2022. And that's quite a nice year for you, I must say. Okay, so Bradley Matane, Bradley, you want to know, I have a business, I'd like to know if I'm on the right path. So Bradley, obviously, when we do money and everything, I'd like to get your company registration date, which will tell me more about your business. But I'll look at you and how you operate within the business world. Let's see here. Okay, so Bradley, your age adds to 11. You're in a year of contracts, deals, tenders, applications, applying, and things are a little bit on, off, and undecided. There's people that want to buy in or buy out or partner with you. And you need to watch who wants to partner with you and why they want to partner with you, because this could also be that you're the worker bee and they see that. So watch out for that. But between June of 2020 to June 2021, contracts, deals, opportunities, they waver, some are on, some are off, some will drag, some will disappear, new ones will come in, and that is all the way through to June, July, August of 2021. Please, you're born on the 24th, says your attention to detail and paperwork. You must make sure that you are in charge of the paperwork. And people, whenever I talk about the paperwork, I'm talking about the detail and the money side of business. If you have a CFO or a bookkeeper or an accountant, they just do paperwork. You must handle the physical monetary side of things, adding beneficiaries, doing payments, knowing who you're paying, etc. Brad, you've got property in your numbers, you've got technology in your numbers, there's architect design in your numbers, there's hugely creative in your numbers, and then you've got the chef and the baker. Oh my God, you've got incredible talents. And then on top of that, you're very good at training, marketing, selling, management. But procrastination is one of your weaknesses. Simpiwe, born on the 29th of July, 1977. And thank you for your super chat. So, Simpiwe, let's see. that you are 1977, 79, 6, architect, design, ideas, invent, imagination. You need to use your voice a lot more. You're born in the month of with sevens, which puts you in fame. It's something you might not look for, but the universe will put you on the front line of stage. Career, you could be in law, human resources. You've got the opportunity of franchisee, agent, and agency. And you've got a special gift. You've got an incredible spiritual gift. And I wonder if there's healers in your family. And healers can be in many forms, from a Sangoma to a doctor, psychology. But you've got strong law in your numbers. You probably could be very good with managing other people's money. Let's see. A lot of consolidation on the home front. Career, your age adds to 7. You've got double 7s because you're born in the month of July and a hidden 7 there. So your year is a little bit directionless, and you're going to find your highway. Don't get onto other people's highways. Get onto your highway. So you'll be a little bit lost for 4 months or so. But by the time you hit the 29th of January, if not a little bit sooner, you start to find your highway regarding your career. And wow, okay. So, and this will change your direction quite somewhat. And then you'll find this, that as you get to that January in 2021, by the time you get to January 22, you are in motion, in movement, you are busy, you are running around, you're making money. So now you say that in terms of career front, business, and personal well-being, you've got a 6 life path, which you've got to be careful of infections, allergies, and you worry about what hasn't happened yet. You're a very anxious little bunny, so am I, so that's fine. And then you overthink things. Make sure you stay focused, stay with what is in front of you, and don't worry what might happen. Deal with what is happening and what is in front of you, which is so important. Watch your ankles, knees, and hips as well. That's important. To me, Moses, your career and relationship, to me, if you would just pop us a note whether you are in a relationship. So to me, okay, so to me, you have been in a personal year 1 until October. You're born on the 6th of October, 1981. So you're in a year of me, myself, and I. So when it gets to relationships, that's what you're asking about. Is this what I want, or what it is that I want? But now, as we're sort of crouching closer and closer to your birthday, you've got a whole year of unsettled, unsure, and undecided. Things are going a little bit backwards and forwards. When you are not sure and you're undecided, don't make a decision. Wait until you get to probably July, August of next year, when things regarding relationship and where you are living and your decisions will be far better and easier to make than they are going forward. So wait for that July, August next year, and then by December of next year, your decisions are made. You're going to a very happy year, which is celebratory after that. So from 2021 to 2022, which is really, really good. And I see Di Rosen, who used to produce my TV show, is on Super Chat. Di, I love you lots. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm flattered that you have joined me. I'm really chuffed about that. Now, I've got a super chat from Lesedi Mohatle, and she wants to know about her career. Let's see. Okay, so Lesedi Mohatle. Right. Wow. You've had a bit of a puffy year, to be quite honest. On the home front, you unsettled, relationship, backwards and forwards, making and breaking. Career, a lot of difficulties, power games, politicking. There's some fraudulent activity there as well. Careful who you trust right now until February, your birthday, the 5th of February, and about a month or two after. And then you start to see how the air clears. You will start to get the recognition and acknowledgement that you need. It will also give you added responsibility, but not necessarily with the money that goes along with it. But then there's going to be a big shift. So 6, 7, 8, August of 2021, you start to fall into your connection. Could this be about your own business? Could this be about other people wanting you to go and work for them? Don't go back to a company that you've worked with before unless you remember why you left. But things will get much better from February next year. August of next year, things are connecting. 2022, things are rock and roll for you. Good. I think there's some good things coming. And Lesedi, you've got to own your own business. You know, you don't like being told what to do. You need to be running your own business, marketing, selling, training, architect, design, technologies. You need to be running around a lot. You don't need to be stuck in an office, Lesedi. Really important. Nice little academic side that you've got there as well. Okay. Moving on to Kagiso Ramafoko, 17th of September, 1989. Wow, Kagiso, you are 1, 2, 3, 4 8s and an 8 life path. Gosh, this is camera, drama, dramatics. You're born on the 17th with is independence and music and art and theatre and culture and travel and trips and journeys. You could be in medical field, you could be in financial field, you could be in communication. Communication, very good. So things have been, again, you've been in COVID, so we've been unsettled relationship-wise and everything on the home front. But things are going to start to get into a much more celebratory year, engaging, happy, celebratory events. Could it be marriage, engagement, etc.? Oh, that's all very good coming. So you need to open yourself up to be engaging and going out. And if you're not in a relationship, be willing to meet. If you are in a relationship, and I'm feeling that there's been such an unsure thing about relationship, but that's going to shift now, and by December it's over, and things are just happier and much nicer. Career-wise, Kagiso, again, I'm attracting 4s today because there's a 4 in today, and your age is going to add to a 4 from your birthday. Again, attention to detail, buckle down, get to work hard, follow through, pay attention. There's restructuring happening. And the more that you're putting in, the less chance you have of being one of the people that are involved and restructured. You could be getting a position. You could be getting a position. So one is up, one is to the side, or one is out the door. So do your job properly, Kagiso. Very, very important there. I know, my clock is out. So, Katlego Ledwaba. Life path general all around. Wow, Katlego. Okay, Katlego, 30th the 6th, 1982. Artistic, creative, very bright, obsessive, compulsive. You have an 11 life path, which is ankles, knees, and hips. Be careful of that. Watch out, because in your family history, go and find out, ask your parents and or your grandparents, if they're still alive, to ask about the history from a heart and a cancer perspective. There's twins hidden in your family, maybe even triplets somewhere. So that is either you will have twins or your children will have twins. You're going into your life path at your birthday next year, which brings you into a very unsettled front regarding your relationships in general, whether it's parents or whether it's children or it's an intimate relationship or friends, and we want to break away from people. And you've got to be very careful because your 11 life path wants to push people away. So be very careful that you rather say to somebody, look, I need some time out. I'll get back to you when I'm ready. And by your birthday in 2022 will be, or 2020, yes, 2022 relationships would be a lot better. Okay. Lindelo Tembe, Nhlon Sentle. I've got that one on the 2nd of the 7th, 2000. Oh, we've got a young bunny here, 20 years of age. Wow. So your career and future relationships. All right. So you're always running after the guys or the partners that are not actually the right ones for you. If you're having to chase somebody, then stop it. 11 life path, also like Katlejo, is you have a tendency to push people away to see if they will leave when it gets to the word relationships, where you've got a life path like Obama, which is to reach out and how you join hands, how you rather find a central balance. You are a bursary child. You're going to be well known. You've got law in your numbers. You've got psychology and counseling, very spiritual, very good at teaching. You're feeling, at the moment, let me just see here, 9, 1, 11. So being that your age is 20, this is your bursary year, but this is also application. And there's some changes that you need to make, which is in the course of your year between July of 2021 to 2020 to 2021. There's going to be some subject changes or some changes regarding your studies. But make sure that you are looking at that word bursary. There's or sponsorship for you. On the home front, a little bit restricted and a little bit stuck for the next year, but you are in a year to get into a relationship. So that is interesting. And you do carry twin genes as well. Wow. So Simpewe, a super chat from Simpewe, born the 29th. Bradley. I am. Oh, 1955. Wow, Richard. God, you're born on the 11th of the 11th. Power numbers. And that adds to a 22. That adds to a 4. So you've got triple power numbers. And then you've got a 6 life path, architect, design, outdoors, nature, mountains, vistas, farming even. But you've got the author, working with your hands, very tactile, accountable, reliable, about serving people, about how do I lift my community, or it's non-profit organization or NGO. You are currently in a 5 personal, lots of difficulties to deal with relationships and money, and you've got to be very mindful because you're going into a health year. So be very, very careful regarding your health, especially now. It's the inner workings of your body, maybe be from a heart, the ticker in your heart. That would be important now. Ankles, knees, and hips, and heart. Right, Nikki Smuts. Hi, Nikki. asking me house sale and getting a small holding. Wow. 25th, 11th, 1960. Let's see here. It's interesting because you are in a 3 personal, and at your birthday in November, you're going to a 4 personal. So when you're in a 3 and a 4 personal, this is where property is about buying and or selling. But your age adds to a 5, Nikki. So you've got to be very careful about corruption in your estate agent, your transferring attorney, home affairs, and your bank. And I'm going to say that if I had to take you to the 25th of November and a month or so after, then the word plot comes into play. You are better focused. And I think even if you miss a plot that you are keen on now, something better is going to come up for you. But right now, be very careful of who you're doing business with. That is a huge warning here because you could lose money. We have a super chat from Busisiwe. Let me just see here. Busisiwe Kaba, born on the 5th of August, 1990. Right, so Busisiwe, you being born on the 5th, you also have a 5 life path. Marketing, sales, management, training, import, export of people, product, or currencies. You've got double hidden 4s, property, you and property. You could also be in mining world, anything to deal with earth, metal, and wood. You could be in farming. You've got born in August, which is the communication number. You've got authorship in your number. So writing is kind of important there. Attention to detail, because you have a slight tendency of paperwork pushing it to the side or giving it to somebody else to do. And from a work perspective, you have got to be very, very careful. 2021, 2022 to 2023. There is some problems on the work front or even in your own business. You're not paying attention to the detail. And this is when you find somebody actually takes you to the cleaners because you actually gave them the power, so you're part of the problem. So be very, very mindful there. Your love life and studies, I mean, you're double 5s, you're an academic. As long as you're studying and doing the practical while you are studying is very important. You could be studying every day of your life. It's just quite easy for you. And I feel that in 2 years' time, you should be doing studies that are through a work environment. But the word masters is coming up here in the next couple of years as well, or to take your studies to a different level. I want to just see here. Right, yes. So your 32 is when there's study opportunities. 33, there's even certification coming for you and even more application. Gosh, you're a study bunny. What can I say about you? Busisiwe. Wow. And property, Busisiwe, in the course of your life is going to be very important from an investment perspective. And mining, any of the hardcore earth, metal, and wood kind of industries through to manufacture as well is there. And just watch your age of 31 and 32, because those are very difficult career years. But at 33, you've got to be ready for that. And procrastination is one of your weakest points. If you're going to procrastinate when you are 33 and 34, I don't believe people ever miss an opportunity, but you're going to have wished that you only started the business at 33. Don't start it before. Stay employed, very important. And pay attention to all your paperwork. Don't skip a beat. Right. Right, Solar Fellow, born on the 13th of the 12th, 1992. Oh, I have to have a sip of water here. My mouth is getting dry. Okay, I've got 10 minutes left, so I hope to get to all of your questions. So, Solar Fellow, Makata, question is government. Let's see here. Solar Fellow, I don't know why you're working for government. You should be owning your own business. Are you spiritual? You've got double hidden sevens. Very. You also like a lot to deal with nature. Nature is an important part of spirituality. It's where you can also ground yourself. But double hidden sevens, very spiritual. You also don't like being told what to do. A little bit of a Dennis the Menace sort of fellow. So let me see. Looking into government, you're in a time. Your age adds to a 1, so that is kind of what do I need? What do I need to do to get my life going? I think you are a person who initiates, who leads, who drives, and you really need to not wait on other people and be very careful who you trust, because you trust way too easily. Andiswe Rolane. You want to find out about my relationship and my company, my date of birth. Let's see here. (24th of March, 1986). That is she. So Andiswa, 2. Let's see here. Andiswa born on the 8th of the 3rd, 1984. Yes, 9896. Oh, big connection between the two of you. But I need to just 987. So, Andiswa and your partner, the connection is very, very strong. No doubt about that. Your partner is way stronger than you, but the two of you don't listen to one another, and therefore you don't hear one another. You need to allow one another to speak so that you can hear and let them finish saying what they're saying. And this is for both of you. Your relationship is not in sync and not on track. It doesn't mean to say it can't work if the two of you will allow one another to talk and to listen to one another. You both have 6 life paths, and that's your impatience. Or is it that you don't speak at the time that you should, so that when you do, we kind of start getting into finger pointing and blaming, but your partner is much more grounded. Please watch your communication right now, because your partner, she's in a year to stand her ground. You in a year of reaction or not reacting at all, that this relationship could have a problem going forward. And that would be from your birthdays in March of next year. But now you have given me a company date. And these were my company date of registration is the 5th of the 9th, 2018. So your company is looking at import and export. Is it people, currency, or product related, but it's got the word government in. And your financial management in this company is not good. But your company in a time from this year, 987, so it's already starting, because your company is born in September. There's contracts and deals and tenders, and and service agreements and partnerships and buy-ins or buyouts that are so opportune for a whole year to September, October, November in 2021. So that is really, really good. But you have to be very mindful of the financial management regarding this company. And don't say that you've got somebody who handles it. If you are the person who owns this business, you are the person that must run the money. And then what is interesting is that the contracts that will come and land now, there could be 3, there could be 4, there could even be 5 contracts between now and December of 2021. Then you've got another whole year of materializing a lot of the contracts as well. Some of these contracts are short-term, some of them could be a little bit longer. But by the time it gets to September of next year, your company's in an incredibly good time. Really, really good. You've got good money, good opportunities. But and you're a contract tender person as well. Just manage the finances, because SARS will come to you and your business in less than 3 years' time, and they're going to knock on your door and investigate. So keep that all nice and clean. But good luck, Andiswa. Your company it's rock and roll for you. And by the time you're hitting your birthday next year in March, you're going into good fortune for 2 years. So everything is nicely in line with you regarding your career. But just be kind to you and your partner, and vice versa in your communication. Please listen to one another. Know when you're out of sync, we are reacting, and we are on a bit of a fight. So that is really what needs to take place. Now, I've got a super... Okay. So let me go to Annalisa, born on the 16th of August. She's bought a super chat. Have an online career. Gosh, you're a techno communication person. Yes. Move to another country. Well, first of all, you've got to make the application. And right now, regarding lockdown in all the countries, time for application, it might take a little bit longer than you anticipate to actually get your application accepted, because I'm talking an application. Moving to another country is not going to make your life any easier or any better. So be careful about that. Romantic career, Annalisa, just let me finish on that. You're in a year to ask, what do I want? Where am I going? Your wobble in your relationship will be from August of 2021, and then 2022 to 2023 is absolutely superb. But get your forms in on applying to foreign, but know that COVID is not going away. It might soften, but it's not going away. So give yourself some time to also realize what country you're going to. But maybe you should have an hour appointment with me, so that we can actually go through everything with you and your detail of which countries you're going to go to. Hi, Ian Fraser. Thank you for joining us. Wow. Lavina, Ian Fraser, Nigel, Aloni, Sivuya, Cindy. So we're kind of coming to the end of my first live YouTube. I'm actually floored of how many people have joined, and like to thank everybody for joining. Before our hour ends, I want to look at Ian Fraser. His date of birth is the 22nd of April, 1974. 8, 9, 1, 11, 3. So Ian, I want to go back to 2019, to your birthday in 2020, where everything on your personal front was very, very wobbly, very unsettled. 7, 8, 9, 1974. Let me just get that correct. Wow. 3, you're 11 life path, and you were in your life path. So Ian, from 2019 to 2020, everything around your personal life was unsettled. Do watch around your heart, ankles, knees, and hip area. But this year is a much better year for you on a career front. And you've got some deals and opportunities and contracts coming up starting now with CV out in the marketplace. Things are going to start to lift and shift for you next year. Just watch your documentation, which I think you are very document orientated. And it's interesting, you've got 444s and 8s. You should be doing what I'm doing from or photography or film or video in front of and behind of. You're a motivational person. And everything you do, Ian, which I know is how you lift people and how you make people feel better about yourselves, about themselves. So, Ian, nice to be able to have you online as well. We've got we've got less than a minute left, and I'd really like to say thank you to everybody. This was supposed to be a relationship program only, but this was the test. So the next time, maybe I should just open and not have a particular subject. Sometimes I actually will, and I might have a closed 1 hour where people can be buy for the hour, and then we concentrate on a particular amount of people. But this video is going to be available on my YouTube, so if anybody wants to go back and have a listen, this is like being on radio, and radio is live and radio is fast, so I try to get to as many people as possible. There's sometimes it's not enough and people feel they could have got more, but I need to get into a rhythm. We're now in a rhythm, and our next show will be next week on the 29th. I'm hoping that Herman Mashaba will have launched his party, and I'll have the name and the date of both of the parties, so I'll do a little bit of a talk on Herman Mashaba next week. Sorry? Thank you very much, everybody, for absolutely everything today. I'm just wowed by the people. And Ian Fraser's telling me I need to do this a lot more. Ian, this is my first time. I have every plan of doing many more of the live. And to Josie, I'm so pleased you made it. She was so nervous about whether she's going to be able to come on or not. And you stay blessed as well. Thank you for your message. But thank you, everybody, for participating. I'm sure I've missed some names that I'd like to thank for joining, but I'm just going to have to thank everybody. Neelam, Mice Chat, George Buerta, thank you for your compliments. Margaret Burke, I'm sorry I didn't get to you. There's quite a few people I wasn't able to get to, but your super chat and super sticker is going to put you at the top of the pile, and hope that everybody that I've done a reading for is happy with what I've been able to do today. Nelly V, Annalisa Nwaba Fontaine, please get a hold of me. If anybody wants to get an appointment with me, sandy@numerology.co.za, or you can email me on sandy@numerology.co.za, and I'll send you prices and costs for a 15-minute, a half hour, or a 1 hour appointment. And we can look at your own businesses, your partners, your relationships, and especially, Annalisa, you're thinking of relocating. I've got a few seconds to go, and I'm just wowed how many people have joined. Thank you. I can't say thanks enough to everybody. And thank you for all subscribing and following my YouTube. I've got some good programs coming up. I've got also a crime series that I'm going to be doing on a particular famous person. I'm going to be doing Cyril and Family, Herman Mashaba, and thank you to everybody for joining me today. Gosh. Thank you. Bye, everybody. End stream.